Hello, and today I'd like to share with you guys my chair's falling apart, my minimalist language learning strategy. And so let's jump right in. So what I'm doing right now, and it's a bit of a work study balance that I have here, because my study strategy is based, partially in my work, but the strategies that I use can be applied to any language learning situation. So what I do essentially is I have my Snoopy. No, I have my 4 languages, as you guys know if you've been watching for a while. If not, there's a ton of videos on that topic. And I have my 4 languages, so English, Spanish, French, and Mandarin. And what I'm doing with those, my minimalist language learning strategy, we call it, is I have a schedule for my days, and this is like my structure, my skeleton, if you want to call it. And so I start at starting at about 5 in the morning, about 5:30ish. It's like I said, like a skeleton structure, so I kind of flow through it, but it keeps me accountable to meeting like each of the things that I need to meet throughout the day. So my self-study time in the beginning, I have the first hour, and then I have an hour for like breakfast and exercise and like kind of a little break, and then I have like my business time, which, although I have these blocked this way, they do tend to mix, and mostly because of what I do specifically. But again, how much each person keeps to their schedule is up to them, and it's their own learning style and preference. But for me, so I find that I go through I go through it kind of as a unit, but what this does is it tells me like, okay, check in with Linguist Dojo Facebook group, create the posts, create responses, do that kind of thing, and I have that time set aside for that, so that it like keeps it in my mind, it gets done. It's not always done like specifically at this time here, but it does get done. And then I have like my business, working to like go through and do posts and do pins and do videos and do all that kind of stuff, and it gets done. And then I have like a sort of relaxed time that is just reading, and that's like my relaxation, but still productive. And during that time, it is like a cool down time. So sometimes it's reading, sometimes it's other things, sometimes it's taking a nap, sometimes it's different things depending on the day and depending on what needs to be done. Sometimes I miss it entirely because I end up going straight through like working if there's just something that needs to be done that day. But this is my skeleton structure for my study strategy and plan, my minimalist studying. And then what I do within this is I have my so you guys may have seen that I have my tutoring sessions set up with my language teachers, and so those are another structure that I have within there. But I have just one each week, one Mandarin, one French, and then I have my Spanish classes, and that is it. And everything that I do is built upon that. So everything is built upon like my Mandarin. You guys have seen these notebooks before, and everything is built upon this curriculum, these lessons that my Mandarin teacher creates for me. And then everything is built upon my work in here, and this is really it. This is pretty much all that I do, and I get all of my reading, writing, speaking, and listening practice in from this, because of my time with the tutor, and then also my time practicing reading aloud and like listening to myself, and I get all of that practice just within here. And then for my French, I have my French class, and I'm doing something a little bit different right now in lessons that are created within there, and I am working on integrating in a bit more of just French into my day-to-day practice. So like French movies, French music, and these are things like nighttime that I can do, before going to bed, to have like relaxed time, like fun time watching a French movie, or doing, you know, something that is going to move me forward in some way, but something that is also going to allow me to just kind of like relax and chill a little bit. So I have that time as well, which is very important to recharge so that I can get up in the morning again and you know, hit it strong and go. And yes, so it's important to have that rest time. And for me, I make that rest time productive by doing something that is passively moving me forward. And yes, so my French and then my Spanish. My Spanish is within my courses, those courses that I'm taking right now. And I have, I do have a person who I can speak with who lives nearby. So I do have that advantage of speaking practice with someone that I see fairly often. But my Spanish is primarily just my classes, and that is like, that's pretty much it right now. I have some ideas for how I'm going to integrate more in, but right now I'm keeping it down to just that because I do have a lot of plate language-wise and work-wise and just different and Snoopy-wise, but a lot of things going on. So that is that structure. So that's in my English reading and my English, like different novels and things that I'm reading. And then my writing, anything that I write for my business, that I write like my books, or I write stories, or I write whatever it is, that is practice for my English reading and writing, and then my reading, you know, novels and all of that. And yeah, so that is it. I have those 4 languages and those 4 ways of learning in process. I can't even speak right now. This is why I'm working on my English too. But no, so I have those 4 languages, and I have those 4 strategies, those 2 teachers, right? French and Mandarin, and then my Spanish classes, and then my English. So I have a structure for each of them, but it's very like minimal, right? Minimal language learning strategy. And that's what I do. And then all of that flows through my daily schedule in some form or another, and it works. And then it's, you know, constantly being adjusted and all of that because, well, it's normal and do need to adjust as we learn, and then we reach a new level, and then that new level now requires something different. So it's a constant it's a constant change, a constant growth, constant just being in that process, which is really my focus right now as well. Being completely in my process, in like a constant state of never actually being finished with anything because something is always starting. So like, yes, things do get finished. Like this video is going to end, it's going to finish, and it's going to be done, it's going to be posted, and that is going to be done, you know. But I'll have another video going, I'll have something else, my language, you know, I'll have, like, I will get to a level that, like, let's say my French, like I will get to a good B1 level or whatever I get to, and then that will be there, but then I have more to add on to that. So it's a constant process there of going through all of that. And yeah, that's what that looks like. So I hope that this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you back here very, very soon. Bye guys.